Too loud for you as well, huh? Yeah. I can never get the hang of big parties like this either. Especially these college parties. And Halloween college parties on top of that. Well, it seems like the objective is to see who can get blackout drunk first. I get having a few drinks to help you loosen up and get into the mood, but if you're having a good time, don't you want to remember it the next day? Sorry, I probably sound like a total buzzkill. Let's start over. My name's Belle. How about you? Oh, wow. That's a lovely name. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, my name? Yeah. um, it's French for beautiful. Belle. Yeah. So, let's talk about you. You seem more intriguing. For example, what's going on with this costume? No, I like it, really. It's a cool costume. It's just, wow. You get into the Halloween spirit, huh? I can respect that. I mean, I would have dressed up more. The theatrics are fun. Alas, I suck at time management and couldn't pull together something better in time. There's always next year, right? Thank you. It's nothing special, but I am glad you like it. So, what are you studying? Oh, interesting. If you don't mind my asking, what got you into that? Mm-hmm. I see. That's cool. Yeah, a lot of people here just seem to be going for their degrees because their parents told them they needed a certain job, or because they're trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives, or just because you can hardly get any work nowadays without at least a bachelor's degree. But you seem like you've got it together. It's always good to meet someone who isn't just another pretty face. I'm not doing anything special. In fact, I guess you could say I'm one of the not sure what I'm doing yet people. I seem like I've got it together too, huh? Well, appearances can be misleading, can't they? Hmm? I do have an interest in the humanities. You know, history, psychology, art, that sort of thing. Yeah, I know those aren't the most lucrative fields to get into, but I think they've each got their place. Take history, for example. Most of human history, let's be honest, is messy, ugly chaos. Everyone trying to get over on one another by any means necessary. This relative peace we enjoy now, that's a recent invention. And even then, there's still a lot of ugliness around. Half the time, the only thing that maintains even that modicum of peace is that everyone knows if they start something really big, someone else might retaliate with something just as big. But here and there, every now and then, there's still some beauty to be found. Good people who manage to do good things. I think it's important to acknowledge and understand both the good and the bad, and especially to preserve those few beautiful oddities. And now things are getting broken. Okay then, that's my cue to leave. Hey, would you like to come? It's not often that I find such an engaging conversation around here. Maybe we can find some late night diner to continue at. Yeah. Yeah, there's a path through the woods. I took it to walk here. It's a nice shortcut from where I live to campus. Might be a bit spooky at this time of night, but we can get away from the chaos, at least. What do you say? No. Oh, I guess that makes some sense. Given you don't really know me that well, but we're having a good time, right? It's only, what, a 15-minute walk to the other side? Maybe another 5 minutes to a place to eat. I know a decent diner. It'll be safe with the two of us. Come on. Awesome, let's go. Sorry, what? Yeah, what about my eyes? I'm sorry, they were glowing? Huh. I mean, the moon is pretty bright tonight, so combine a trick of the light with a few drinks, and you could imagine some pretty crazy stuff, I think. Are you feeling okay? I mean, I can call you a cab if you'd like. We can chat over greasy poutine at midnight another time. You're sure? All right then. I just don't want to have to haul you into an Uber at 1 a.m. Speaking of tricks of the light, though, am I drunk too, or are your eyes pretty bright as well? The moon ought to be worried. She's got competition. Sorry, was that a bit forward? Alright, I'll cool it. Hey, aren't you in that intro to 20th century philosophy class? With Professor Gillen? Oh, okay. I thought I knew you from somewhere. Oh my god. So it's not just me who finds that class boring. I mean, the material is interesting, of course, but the way he presents it is just so bland, you know? Right. The lectures are so dry. Some of the readings are actually cool as well. It's a real shame. Yes, exactly. The professor just drones on, and everyone else just nods their heads and scribbles away in their notebooks. You get it, though. I mean, you get what a disservice it is to the subjects and to all of us. You get what a disservice it is to yourself. You know you deserve better. Yeah, that got intense. Sorry, I just take education seriously, I guess. It is peaceful here, isn't it? Not to be that guy, but I tend to prefer the woods. It's so serene. I feel like I can actually think out here. You know what I mean? I can actually hear my own thoughts. There's not all this chaos unfolding around me. Everything is so busy now. It's also interconnected. It's so easy to lose sight of what things are or where they came from. Halloween is a good example. Once upon a time, about 2,000 years ago, the ancient Celts called it Samhain and observed it to mark the transition from summer to winter. They believed the barriers between the worlds would weaken, allowing troublesome spirits to come through. They would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward these spirits away. However, the weakening of the barrier would also help the Celtic druids make their prophecies in order to help guide their people through the long, traitorous winter to come. Now, Halloween serves to sell candy and tacky yard decorations. The world is like this huge quilt now, so wide that it just falls all over the place, and so heavy you have to fight with it to try and pull yourself out from under it. It keeps catching on everything. You keep losing things in the folds so that you can feel them touching you, and you can't kick them away because your legs are getting tangled up, but you can't find them to remove them. Did that make any sense? Probably not. You can relate. Just need to get out and recenter sometimes, huh? That's a good way to put it. That's crazy. It seems like we have a lot in common. Great minds and all that, I suppose. Hey, you're shivering. Are you okay? You want to get out of the woods. Lucky for you, we're almost there. Just a few more... Oh, no diner. Yeah, I guess cheap midnight poutine might not go down so well right now. But don't tell me you want to go back to that party. You just want out of the trees. Okay, we can do that. There's some other places near here we can hang out. The old church? You mind if we don't? Because the old church is the most obvious place for fun-loving young drunks like ourselves to sneak off at this time of night. There's probably a couple snogging in there as we speak. Might be a bit awkward, you know. Okay, fine. It's the good Catholic girl in me speaking. I just don't want to make baby Jesus cry. But if you're open to suggestions, I know another place near here. You know the old elementary school? The one that's been closed up for a few years now? Yeah? You up for some urban exploration? No. We're not that far into the woods, though. Like I said, we're pretty close to my neighborhood. And I'm really enjoying spending time with you. And I'd like to get to know you a bit better. What do you say? Good. Let's go. You're really freezing, huh? Don't worry about that. You'll warm up soon. Yeah, just a bit further to go. What do you mean, no? Of course this is the way to the school. Trust me. We're almost there. I won't lead you to harm. Don't look back. There's nothing to see there. Just ahead, though, I have something for you. What are you doing? Don't you want to see? Weren't you enjoying getting to know me? We're already there. Look up. Yes. You see it. The moon glows a different color here. The stars form different constellations. There's a lot I don't like about Halloween. The noise, the parties, the chaos, the misuse of history and tradition. But there is one thing I like about it. There is a wall, you could say. A nigh impenetrable wall with a sturdy gate. And at this time of year, the gate swings open. We are already on my side of the wall. No, you don't want to go back. Every moment here is a day there? A week? A month? I don't remember. For all we know, a year could have already passed. But there's a much more pressing reason you can't go back. You are above that place. You're above those people. They're cattle, trundling along through empty, aimless lives. But you have a spark which outshines any of them. Here you can be eternal, under my protection. Here I will guard you and dote on you as my prized treasure. Oh, I'm not asking if you want this. I'm telling you what's happening. This is for the best, my treasure. Why bother resisting? Everything is better here. No more nights wasted on pointless debauchery. No more drawl lectures. Only me, molding you into the star you are meant to be. My bright and shining prize.